Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to the Citizen channel and our regular look at the matchday programme watch, where we have a look at our opponents' programmes this season, even though, as we know, City aren't putting one together, and Burnley, the other Premier League club at the moment, who've not put one together. But other teams are as well. So, yeah, we're doing a little check of this. We're doing a top 20. I think we're up to 16, 17 programmes we've looked at now. So, yeah, we're going to continue that look today with the quarter-final of the FA Cup one on Saturday the 20th of March 2021, Everton. But no stranger to us, is it? Because we've also had two previous ones this season. So there you go. That's two different ones, believe it or not. Yeah, because obviously don't forget that was 28th of December that was postponed. And that's obviously the republished one the 17th of February. But all right, the front covers are the same, but inside they were different. So that was good news. Didn't always happen. Certainly didn't happen in the old days. They just redid it and rejigged it. But no, so this is our third look. So obviously we're looking at this today. So is it actually going to be an improvement? Because sadly, both those Evertons are next to bottom, unfortunately, in the league table at the moment. So just wondering, obviously, you don't usually change a format, do they, throughout a season? So, yeah, it wasn't with trepidation, because they're not bad programmes, but obviously I wasn't overly excited or thrilled when I look forward to doing this. And of course, we have a new leader, don't we? We have a new leader on the league tables. We've got the Fulham programme's actually taken over now from the Sheffield United, which led for most of the season, or certainly from October time. And that got 9 out of 10, the Fulham one. We can't get much higher. You know me, I don't give anything 10 out of 10. So perhaps we're after a 9.5 out of 10, who knows. But anyway, join me as we'll have a look at this Everton versus Manchester City programme today. Please, if you're new to this channel, you enjoy what we do, please push that notification button and push that subscribe button, more importantly, so you get to know when these things are coming out. And please, if any City supporting friends, I say that I do lots of different things. This is just one of my little features. I do lots of little things, City past and present, quizzes, tons of stuff on there if you check the playlist. So please tell any City supporting friends about this channel. That'd be fantastic. Help my subscriber count if you can. I'm sort of one of the lower ones, but I think I have the sort of quality and content there to keep everyone interested. So if there's one thing you don't like, there'll be something else coming along that you might like. So please do that for me. And you also see some film and TV stuff as well. I have a little film and TV channel. If that's of any interest, or you know anyone who might be interested, so point them in my direction. I'll be very grateful. If you're not interested in that, don't worry about it. There's tons of football stuff on here obviously about City. There's occasional little general knowledge things as well about football in general, but 99% of this stuff is all about our wonderful football team, Manchester City. And if you want some friends or followers on Facebook and Twitter, I do check every 3 or 4 days. So if you follow or friend me on there, I do check and reciprocate, and obviously I post loads of stuff on there as well for you to for your entertainment and interest, hopefully. All comments welcome if you're a programme collector yourself, as these are available from Reach. There's a firm called Reach, R-E-A-C-H. If you type in Reach Sports, I think it is, they actually do the Everton Liverpool programmes. They don't obviously, you can get City ones, but obviously it's just books at the moment. But this is like the cost of the publication was £3.50 plus £1.50 postage, so that wasn't too bad. But obviously you can check on other internet sites, of course. But that's the one I go to if it's Liverpool, Everton, Chelsea. I think they do theirs as well. Some of the bigger clubs, so United, some of the bigger clubs. So check that out anyway. So we'll have a look at that today. Please, if you can't leave us a comment, please just give us a thumbs up. It's nice reviews. It's nice to get thumbs up as well. Right, Everton, here we go. Yeah, I always have a quick flick through, as you know. And it is always a simple layout with this Everton programme. There's nothing fantastic. Lots of images. And sort of I spotted a couple of good City images there. I was just flicking through as well. So that's always worth a look, isn't it? Very simple layout though. But yeah. As I say, there's nothing wrong with. I mean, I know the 15th in the table. That doesn't mean it's anything good. I mean, there's still a good little read, and this was a good little read. Once I look through it, there's 18 pages of both ads and promotions for the sponsors, stuff like that. So about 27% of the magazine, which is a little bit high, to be honest with you. Yeah, I've seen higher than that, but that is sort of on the high scale. So if we have a quick flick through this, have a quick look through this now. There's a nice feel to it as well. There's still a nice feel. I've tried to open up the pages as well, and they haven't come apart as such. So you really have to, with it being a bound program, you have to really put pressure on to open up the pages and get a good read rather than shutting up on you. So yeah, you got your standard stuff, of course. You've got Mr. as you'd expect, Carlo Ancelotti's introduction. Then it goes on to, which most clubs do, Seamus Coleman, who I think is the captain. Is he at Everton? I'm not 100% sure. I'm fairly sure he is. Then you get a bit of history, which is nice. As the history-making shootout with penalties possible tonight. So obviously we never got to that stage, did we? Simon Hart looks back at how Everton made history in November 70 by taking part in their first ever European penalty shootout. Yeah, so it's gone back in time. Look who their opponents were as well. Borussia Mönchengladbach. So yeah, it wasn't that long ago we put them out of the Champions League as I'm recording this. So yeah, that's a nice little piece on the game and the penalty shootout. They won obviously 5-4. Whether that was a total or the penalties, I'm not too sure. But that was a nice little piece on that little piece in history. Then, as you'd expect, they getting to know the real Tom Davies. So there's a feature on Tom Davies, one of their players. I don't think he played against us, did he? Was he on the subs bench? I'm not too sure. But that's always a nice piece, asking about his past and his future and what he intends to do. So you're talking 6, 7, 8, 9 pages, so it's quite a lot, but obviously not overly interesting to me. I had a quick flick through, but nothing fantastic. And then you get to the City bit, of course. You get to today's opposition, Manchester City. So various stats, including our Cup Winners' Cup win, which is nice. Not every club even mentions that, to be honest with you. But there's a great image then as well. I mean, it's nothing to do, of course, with the FA Cup, but they have the great image of the 76 team, and obviously they've mentioned Joe Royle, who's on that picture as well. Obviously an Everton legend in himself, isn't he? But I think you've got Asa Hartford there as well, who also play for Everton. And Gordon Lee, of course. Gordon Lee would return to Wembley 12 months later. He was a Newcastle manager at the time, of course, for another League Cup final, this time in charge of Everton. So yeah, it's a nice image, and it's linked in Everton stuff with it, which is quite good. I mean, that's quite clever. It's nice for City fans and interesting for Everton fans as well, so they killed two birds with one stone. The stats on City, quite bland and simple. If you're a City fan, you know all these. Obviously, it's more aimed at an Everton fan if he has an interest. Or obviously, younger fans, they have a lot of interest in other players, other clubs, don't they? Or they used to in my day. Do they still do it now? Let me know if they still, younger fans have an interest in players from other clubs, etc. And then they go on to players who've obviously played for both clubs, and they talk about Richard Dunn. The minute you sign, you feel I am Everton now. But obviously, he didn't play that many. He made 72 senior appearances for Everton before transferring to City in October 2000. But there's a nice piece on Richard Dunn, so about his first joining Everton as a young man. It's a little bit of an autobiographical feel to it, which is really nice. Obviously, you got him in City kits as well, but you got a few pages. So that is an interesting read for all City fans and Everton fans, of course. So that was a nice touch. Looking at old Dunny there. You got some quirky stats. So as I said, they've had these before. I have my quirky stats, don't I? But obviously they look at numbers, and then obviously some quirky stats obviously connected with those numbers that they talk about, which is nice. And Trevor Francis there, fantastic. Trevor Francis, 24. The last time we played City on this date was in 1982 when we drew 1-1 at Main Road in an event first half. Adrian Heath opened the scoring for us in the 5th minute, only for Kevin Bond to equalise a minute later. Then 3 minutes before half-time, City's Trevor Francis was sent off for head-butting Billy Wright. There you go. Well done, Trevor. I don't remember that. I was there, but I don't remember that particularly. There might be some images on the internet of that. You got bits on the fans all together now. A little piece on a thing that's showing on Match of the Day with the FA Cup, a little banner there. I've still got my 81 Jerry Gow one. I'm going to dig that up for the League Cup final. But there you go. That's an image that appeared. Obviously, Everton give Elton the blues, obviously, when they played Watford. I don't think they beat them as much as we did, but there you go. You got your toffee quiz, which is nice. All about Everton, but then you got by David Prentice, a City Cup classic, and of course it's a game I chose, and a lot of City related things chose for this quarter-final when I did the preview, etc. And obviously concentrate on Paul Power, and obviously another player who obviously spent time at Everton as well and actually picked up something he didn't pick up at City, did he? A winner's medal. There you go. But yeah, and there's Paul Power obviously in the old Everton kit with the NEC sponsor as well there. So that's a nice piece, a City Cup Classic, which features on that. You have your Everton women, just a page on Everton women there. Everton Academy under-23s, a page each. And then another item, another sort of discussing progressing his all-round game. It's Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So like the Tom Davies thing early on, another piece on Calvert-Lewin, a few pages there. Great interest to Everton fans. Going back to your childhood, was becoming a footballer always your dream? So it's nice, again, autobiographical with little questions and answers. In normal circumstances, Goodison will be bouncing this evening for an FA Cup quarter final. How much do you miss playing in front of the supporters? So obvious questions that they're gonna answer, but not as lengthy as the Tom Davies piece, but still quite good. Everton women involved in a Premier League panel there. Kids quiz is nice because there's a few City related questions as well in it, which is good. So it's both for kids, adults. I mean, we can just like us as well. I mean, obviously we wouldn't know in the fourth round we beat Sheffield Wednesday by what score. I don't remember what Everton beat Sheffield Wednesday, but things like Manchester City last won the FA Cup in 2019. Which team did they easily beat in the final? So yeah, I mean, good for kids. Perhaps a little bit easy for us adults, but it's always nice to have a kids quiz in it, isn't it? Yeah, and then Tom Davies joins junior EDSA members for virtual Q&A, obviously in the COVID times, and your team's on the back. So not a bad little programme. And the format, as you'd expect, is identical to the other two, which didn't score highly. So I'm probably not going to surprise you by the rating for this magazine. There's some nice touches, especially the 76 League Cup winners, as I say, with the relevance to Everton connections as well, which was really good. And the Dunny and Paul Power features were very interesting. And obviously on their own history-wise, there's not a lot of Everton history in there. There's a little bit more in the other two, I think, to be honest with you. But, of course, you have the European penalty history thing against Mönchengladbach. And, yeah, the stuff with Tom Davies and Calvert-Lewin was all right. I had a quick scan at it. It was quite interesting. As expected, it just sticks to the same tried and trusted format as the other two versions of the programme we've seen this year. But so it is good. All credit to Everton for producing this magazine. But yeah, I'm not going to score it any more than I've already done. I mean, the table's up there now. For the other programmes, obviously it's going to be sitting in 15th place with the 28th of December and the 17th of February versions of the Everton programme. So it's just poor old little Swansea City are just below it, unfortunately. But no, a worthy effort. I mean, 6 out of 10's okay. It's not at all. 6 out of 10 is my base. I don't think any of these guys producing these programmes are going to get any less than 6 out of 10. I mean, we give City about 4 out. City and Burnley a 0 out of 10 for their lack of hard copy. But yeah, all credit for Everton, as I say. And it's not massive, not loads of pages, but there's stuff in there, and it is quite a nice to look at, and it's a worthy addition to the list. Even though obviously it doesn't get anywhere near threatening the Fulham programme with 9 out of 10. Anyway, let me know. As I said, you can get this online, or please check out that Reach shop. If you need any further information, let me know. I'll give you the full details of the place as well. So, as I say, it's you just pay $1.50 postage plus the price of the programme. So that's not bad compared to some that I've had to pay a little bit more for this season. All credit to Fulham. I mean, great programme, but they wanted to charge me nearly a £5 for postage from the Fulham shop. So I sort of got one from somewhere else a little bit cheaper. But yeah, I didn't knock them down for it anyway. They're still top of the league, even though they're not very nice on post and packing, unfortunately. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for joining me for this latest in the matchday programme watch as we look through the Everton versus Manchester City FA Cup quarter-final programme on Saturday the 20th of March 2021. Whatever you're going to do with this stay, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your family. More importantly, let's all look after each other. Till we meet here again on the Citizen channel. Perhaps you have a flit across, have a look at my film and TV channel. You won't have a rest from football for a bit. Whatever it is, all I ever ask is please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.